Alright, hi everyone. This is going to be a video tutorial on how to do a Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test in SPSS. As usual, I'll be using the data from our classes. So this is from tutorial 10, non-parametric comparison of averages. Here we have, in part 1, an exercise where we have paired data. And even though the data here is on a ratio scale, because they're recording the length of time, we've been asked specifically to use a Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test. So a number of arthritis sufferers agree to participate in a trial of two new drugs, drug A and drug B. The patients each used both drugs and were asked to record the length of time that each drug provided relief from arthritic pain. Is there any evidence that one drug is more effective than the other? So we're testing this data, and the first thing I'm going to do is take all of this data and transfer it into Excel. I've already pre-prepared this, so I've done this here. So the first column is going to be patient, and then the number of patient that we're referring to, and then we've got drug A and drug B. We've got to realize that this is indeed paired data, and because we're asked to do a Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test, we know that it's paired data in that sense, but it's we have to remember that the Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test is the non-parametric equivalent to a paired t-test. Alright, so once we have this data all set out, just like this, I'm going to go into SPSS. Okay, so I'm going to open up my tutorial 10 and okay. So here we have the data from Excel. Now, to do the Wilcoxon test, we need to tell SPSS that we want to customize pretty much all the options. Everything that we can customize, we will customize. So we're going to go first to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests, because we remember that the Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test is a non-parametric test. And we go to Related Samples. There are three tabs in this next window. There's the Objective tab, the Fields tab, and the Settings tab. We're going to go through each of these tabs, and for each of the tabs, we're going to choose the Customize option. So first thing on the Objective tab, we've chosen Customize Analysis. Moving on to the Fields tab, we're going to say, well, we're going to use Custom Field Assignments, and we want to test drug A and drug B. Then we go to the Settings tab, and we choose Customized Test. So you can see for each of the three tabs, we always choose the Customized option. Now over here on the right, we see Compare Median Difference to Hypothesized. So remember, when we are dealing with non-parametric tests, we are looking at the medians as opposed to the means. Over here down in this window, we've got Wilcoxon Match Pair, Signed Rank 2 Samples. That's the one that we want, so we'll just check that. And then we click Run. And there you have it. We've just got this nice small little table. Here we've got the 4 columns: null hypothesis, the test that we ran, the sig, which is our p-value, and the decision. So here, SPSS has told us that the median of differences between drug A and drug B equals 0. In other words, there's no difference between drug A and drug B in the median values. The test that we've done is a Related Samples Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test. Our p-value is 0.401, which is greater than an alpha at 0.05, and therefore SPSS has told us that we need to retain the null hypothesis, which is simply just another way of saying that we accept the null hypothesis, that there is no difference between the medians of drug A and drug B. So that was a nice quick test to do in SPSS. There are other ways to find the test statistic, which you might want to explore yourselves, but this is sufficient enough just to tell us whether or not there is, whether we accept or reject the null hypothesis. Okay, well, I hope that's helped you in doing your assignments.